Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Duplex Build to Rent, man. I'm excited to show you some couple of updates here on these Runnels properties. We're building two duplexes side by side. Man, this thing was actually pretty cool. We got these lots for a great deal. There used to be a mobile home in the back here that we had to get rid of. So remember, we're inside the city limits. There was a mobile home back here. And so what that means is that we need to pull permits even for the demolition, okay? The demolition of property, it needs to be permitted. So there was a mobile home on this lot, and there was a regular single family house back here on this lot. And so we had to rent a bunch of these dumpsters and get some people coordinated to get that done. And that's where we were at. So this property, if you can see a little bit right there, there's a little bit of a split. That's where the property boundary line goes to the back. And so the city said that we could do two sets of duplexes, one at 104 and then one over here at 106 Runnels. So we got a couple of things and great updates. Really, the biggest thing for this particular video that I wanted to make is like how it works whenever you have the different trades working inside of the duplex, right? So now, as you guys know and understand, we have to split these right down the middle. So for this one here, the one at 104, we already have the electrician in there. He's already done. The plumber, as a matter of fact, he's already passed his inspection, and so he is ready to go on to the next stage. So the plumbing rough-in is completed, and we passed that inspection. Now that that's finished, next is going to be the electrician. The electrician has got all his stuff done, but the problem is that he can't work until the air conditioning guy has gotten all his stuff finished off. Why? Because the furnace is electric, so those things need to be finished out along with the water heater. But the plumber's already done, so the connections are already there. The stub outs are there, so we should be good to go on that. So just the air conditioning guy can potentially hold up the electrician, but again, it's just communicating with those guys, communication with those guys, and just explaining to them, hey, like, we're waiting for you so that the electrician can pass. He's already done with all his stuff. So let me show you guys this video here real quick of what I did to kind of show you guys where we are with everything. Remember, you are required, we're inside the city limits, you're required to have a temporary porta-john there. These things rent for about $150 every 4 weeks. These guys are pretty good about not giving you the entire month, so you're basically going to be paying for every 4 weeks, regardless of when the fourth week falls, and they're going to be charging for that. And then, of course, you have to have a dumpster on site. The city does not want trash all over the place. And then every once in a while, you do have to hire someone to go out there and actually pick up some of the stuff because it does get a little bit dirty or a little bit messy. Now, check it out. So here we are at the 106 Runnels, and, the guys... there's actually the electrician's actually working there right now. Sorry, I'm trying to walk through that little area to kind of just get to it. Excuse me. So check this out, man. These guys are in there getting it done. So that noise you hear is the electrician. They're basically making holes into the 2x4s. Now, one of the things that people always ask is at what point excuse me, at what point do we call for the framing inspection? So now check this out. Because the electrician is making holes in these walls, man, he is burning holes through here and just coming through and doing all this other stuff. The framing inspection isn't actually going through until after the MEPs are complete. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys all of the stuff that's already started to work on the electrical. The electrician's out there. I know it's Labor Day, but he wants to work. He's got some downtime and he wants to put some time in on this project. So he's running all the boxes. That one I didn't like very much. I felt that it was like a little crooked. So I'm just gonna have to call him out on that. Mostly because I know that. So here's the thing. Let me back it up real quick, just for you guys, just for your knowledge. Guys don't really need to know this stuff, man. But like, here's the problem: is that later on, what happens is that the sheetrock guys are gonna come out here, and this box is gonna be like lopsided, and then whenever you put the face on it, it's gonna look weird. It's not gonna be flush. It's not gonna be flat, and that's the challenge I have with it. So even though the sheetrock's gonna be flush, either one screw is going to be further, like this screw will be, further in deep, and then this screw will probably be less deep, just to kind of make it work. I don't even know, but does that make sense? Because you have the electric plate that goes out there on the exterior side of it. It's just little details like that really annoy the daylights out of me. But I try not to make too much of a big deal about it. Again, you have price. you have quality, and you have speed. And so we are really focused on speed and pricing. So the quality isn't absolute top notch. I mean, this is not a what is it called? It's not a $1 million house. Okay, guys, these little details are not anything big, but because I'm a little bit of a, I don't know, personality type that likes to be in control. Some people would call me a control freak. I like to refer to myself as a control enthusiast. You know, man, I'm going really fast on these pictures. Basically, I want to make sure that all this stuff gets done correctly, because then it does become an issue for me later. So now check this out. You see how this one, the top is flush and the bottom is not. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about that is really kind of annoying to me, that I want these guys to fix it, because otherwise we'll have trouble later with the sheetrock. But that's really it. So as you can see here, man, the electrician is actually running the wire right now. That him and a helper are there right now. Actually, I don't. You can't really see them. I try not to videotape those guys. They don't. They're kind of shy about being out there. But anyway, so yeah, so they're running the electrical right now. So we're getting ahead of it. Once this guy's ready to go, we'll get the plumber in there. Now check this out. The plumber can go ahead and start putting in his wires. The problem that we have is that the siding guys need to be finished with all their stuff, because what we've had in the past has been that the siding guys will puncture holes into the plumbing, and so that becomes a problem, because then we have water, and then we don't, these little pin needle holes in the plumbing, the clean water supply, and so that becomes an issue later, of course, right? And so now I'm like, look, just make sure the guys with the siding are completely finished. Everything's done with it, and then we'll have the plumber go in there, because then he knows where the nails heads are sticking out of the tips, sharp parts of the nails are sticking out, so they don't make an issue later. So that's really all the updates that we got on this 106 Runnels property, guys. It is looking good. It is Labor Day today, but we are getting it done. That's all I got for you today, man. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you soon.